we were
സാറിന്റെ സ്ക്രീന് ഷെയർ ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ലേ?
ചെയ്യാം ഞാൻ എടുത്തോണ്ടിരിക്കാം. ഓക്കെ, ഓക്കെ. Can you see?
Yes, sir. It is coming. Yeah, now it has come.
Now we were doing testing of statistical hypothesis problem, and the hypothesis is a statement regarding the values of the parameters or the form of the distribution or the relationship between the attributes, okay, which we can verify based on the sample evidences. Okay, the concept is very simple actually. There is no complication in that. Okay, and I have explained a number of examples also. Okay, you just find the value of the appropriate function. Appropriate function, underline the word appropriate, because for the mean, when the sigma square is known, you have to use this function. X is equal to x bar minus mu naught by sigma by root n. When sigma is unknown, you have to use this function. X bar minus mu naught by s by root of n. What is s? An estimate of sigma. Okay, for two sample problems, when the population variances are known, the function we have to use is x1 bar minus x2 bar divided by square root of sigma 1 square by n1 plus sigma 2 square by n2. Okay, very logically it is correct, no? This is the sample mean of the first population. This is a sample mean of this second population, and the difference. If the difference is very small, means what? They are very close to each other. Therefore, there is no doubt to say that the population means are also equal, because sample mean can be taken as an estimate of the population mean, and you have to divide by these things means for a standardization. For a standardization, that is important. You know, suppose I buy one item for 100 rupees and I am selling it for 101 rupee. I am getting a profit of 1 rupee. I am buying an item for 1 crore and I am selling it for 1 crore and 1. Here also I am getting 1 rupee as a profit. Is these two businesses are of the same type? Absolutely no. Here the investment is only 100 rupees. Here the investment is 1 crore rupee. Okay, therefore you have to make a standardization. Okay, this follows N01. This when population variances are unknown, you have to use T is equal to x1 bar minus x2 bar divided by s into root of 1 by n1 plus 1 by n2, where s is equal to n1 minus 1 into s1 square plus n2 minus 1 into s2 square divided by n1 plus n2 minus 2, like that. Like that. Appropriate function we have to take. Appropriate function. Okay, all those things are available in any textbook. Any textbook, even BSc level textbook, BSc subsidiary level textbook will contain all those details. Look at those function, evaluate that function. If it is between tolerable error, then you accept. Otherwise, you reject. That's all. There's a limitation, no? There's a limit for everything, no? If within that limit, okay, we can accept. Otherwise, the sample evidence is against. Okay? This is the basic idea. Now, we will do two more things today. Testing for the value of the population variance. Population variance. First, we take one sample problem, that is hypothesis H0, population variance is a particular value, sigma naught square. Okay, here what is the sample statistic we have to use? Chi-square statistic. N minus 1 into S square by sigma naught square. This follows chi-square with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. Chi-square with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. Using the R package or chi-square table, you can get the critical value. You can get the critical value. If this value of this function is between these two critical values, you accept H0. If it is less than this or greater than this, you reject H0. This is a two-sided problem. If it is one-sided problem, you will be having only one tail of the distribution as the critical region. Okay, we will do a small problem. Okay, we will do a small problem. Let me take from today onwards, I will do everything in RStudio. Those who have installed RStudio, please take RStudio. And I give you an assignment. It is an ocean. I can speak for at least 10 hours. 10 hours on these facilities available here. Okay, it is a wonderful thing. Okay, you can connect this to LaTeX. And installation of packages, etc. are very, very simple. Okay, but why I am not using this one is here the screen is partitioned into 4. Here, this is a place where we enter the statements. Then you click on run. As in the case of our editor, we have to select the statements and click on run. Okay, and here you will see the result. The graphs will be coming here. This is called the file panel. Here you can see what are the files we have, and this is uploads, packages, install package, update package, help, etc. You spend some time. You can download some wonderful articles, tutorial for RStudio, and when you get free time, you read those things. Okay, and here a new file, R Markdown. It is wonderful. R Markdown is wonderful. Python script, shell script, SQL stand file, so many things. I know only 1% of this. And even with that 1%, I can manage my research activities. Okay, and you spend some time on these things. Okay, and the problem is I have observations 120, something like that, 124, 122, 130, 125, and 132. Okay, then I have to check whether the standard deviation is 3 against standard deviation is not equal to 3. Standard deviation is not equal to 3. Okay. Where is my RStudio? Yeah. Therefore, V means values, C brackets, 124, 124, 122, 130, 130, 125, and 132. Okay. How many observations are there? 5 observations are there. Then you know 4s square. 4s square by sigma square. This follows chi-square with 4 degrees of freedom. Chi-square with 4 degrees of freedom. Okay. And you can find the value. Test statistics. TS is equal to 4 into S square is variance of V. Variance of V divided by sigma is 3. Therefore, sigma square is 9. Therefore, if you want to see the value, you have to type the name of the object. Select the statements which we want to run and click on run. 7.9111. Value of TS is 7.911. Okay. Suppose the significance level is 0.05. Alpha is 0.05. You can select based on your research. Therefore, this value should be 0.025. This value should be 0.95. This value should be 0.025. Therefore, this value up to this value 0.025, up to this value 0.975. Okay, that you can remember 0.025. Okay, then Q chi-square. Q chi-square. Q chi-square. Q chi-square 0.025, comma, degrees of freedom 4. Degrees of freedom 4. Okay, this Q chi-square 0.975, degrees of freedom 4. If you don't have RStudio with you, you can do the same thing in R. Don't worry. Don't worry. It is 0.48 and 11.14. 0.48, 11.14. Therefore, area up to 0.48 is 0.04. It is 11 point something. What is our man? Our man is 7 point something. Therefore, this 7 point something is between 0.4 and 11. 0.4 and 11. That means what? It is within the tolerable limits. Tolerable limits. Therefore, we will accept the hypothesis sigma is equal to 3. Okay. Otherwise, you have to say very sweet words. That is, the evidences are insufficient to reject H0. Okay. The evidences are insufficient to reject H0. What is the effect? We accept H0. Okay. And if you want to plot this one, what is to be done? Box plot. Box plot B. This is advantage of RStudio. Okay. When you start typing, it will give you so many options so that you need not type all the words. Okay, you can select and yeah, the graph will come here. You can change its size, etc. If you want to see, if you want to zoom, you click on this one, you will get a zoomed effect. Okay, so many things are there. So many things are there that you can do experiments. Here you can see. Here you can see the variables we have used, the values, etc. And from this, you can easily import data set. Import data set. Okay, I will do some examples in the coming days so that I can teach you what all things I know. What all things I know. Okay, and you can create markdown title type for the workshop. Okay, you can make it then as a presentation or anything like that. Okay, PowerPoint, let it be PowerPoint. Okay, so that you can have a presentation also. This will make a presentation. You can use it to make a presentation. Actually, to be honest, I am not an expert in all those things. Okay, and you are very use this pandemic time. Okay, Markdown files, JavaScript, D3 script, Python script, okay, RSV, or HTML, or presentation, okay, or presentation, or documentation, so many things you can take from here or here, okay. And we will see what are the possibilities. Yeah, therefore, everything you can see in one screen, that is advantage. The results will be here, the graph will be here, the comments will be here, and these are the objects we are using, okay? And the memory usage report, free unused memory. Here you can see memory usage report. You can see 68% is already used in my computer, okay? So many things. I don't know actually all the facilities. Okay, this is a technique. This is a technique to test the equality of a single mean. Okay. And you can use one function. You can use one function also for this. Okay. That is very good. That is very good. Now we can use that now. Okay, I'm getting a chance. Packages. How to install package? Click on install. Click on install. You type the name of the package. ENVSTAS. So many packages are available for same purpose. ENVSTAS. ENV. Yeah, ENVS. That's what I told you. Okay, when we type 3 or 4 characters, automatically it will come. And then you click here. You need to select a cran or that, etc. Okay, don't worry about the warnings. Yeah, package is available. Now, if you check here, you can see the installed package here. A, B, C, D, E. Yeah, env stat is available. Okay, then what is to be done? You have to invite him. Library, yeah. When you type library, it will come here. Okay, when you type E, N, V, yeah. Other things you need not type. You just select. You just select. Okay, actually these things are making us very lazy, but conveniences are there. Okay, and VAR test. Okay, VAR test bracket V comma V comma. What is alternative? Alternative you need not type. Okay, confidence level on dot level is equal to 0.95. Okay, and what is the alternative hypothesis? Here it is variance. Okay, therefore it is 9. 9. Let me check. Error two-sided less great. Oh, two-sided. That I have to specify. That I have to specify it. Alternative is equal to within inverter comma two-sided. Two-sided. Okay. Two-sided. Okay. Yeah. 7.911. That is what we also got. $7.911. That's all. If you can use this direct calculation method, you use it. Otherwise, you can use this package. He will do the calculations for you. Chi-square test on variance. Data file is V. Chi-square value is 7.911. And degree of freedom is 0.4. Here it will give you p-value. It will give you p-value. Okay? It will give you p-value. And it gives you sample variance. Sample variance. Okay? That also you can easily verify. VARB. VARB, you will get 17.8. Yeah, 17.8. Okay. Now I will go to the next one. Equality of two variances. Equality of two variances. We have two populations, and we want to check whether the population variances are equal or not. H naught sigma 1 square is equal to sigma 2 square against H1 sigma 1 square less than sigma 2 square, sigma 1 square greater than sigma 2 square, and sigma 1 square are not equal to sigma 2 square. Okay, here rather than using sigma 1 square equal to sigma 2 square, we will use an alternative form, that is sigma 1 square by sigma 2 square equal to 1. Okay, equal to 1. Both are equivalent. Okay, we have seen that n1 minus 1 into s1 square by sigma 1 square. This follows chi-square with the n1 minus 1 degrees of freedom and n2 minus 1 s2 square by sigma 2 square. This follows chi-square distribution with the n2 minus 1 degrees of freedom. Two populations are independent. Therefore, these two random variables can be considered as independent. Therefore, these two are independent chi-square. Therefore, ratio of two independent chi-squares divided by their degrees of freedom. Therefore, this by n1 minus 1, that is s1 square by sigma 1 square divided by s2 square by sigma 2 square. Under the null hypothesis, sigma 1 square by sigma 2 square is 1. Therefore, s1 square by s2 square, this follows F distribution with the n1 minus 1, n2 minus 1 degrees of freedom. Therefore, this is the function. This is a function we have to use to test for the ratio of two variances equal to 1 or not. 1 or not. And look at the critical values using F distribution. Therefore, you take the critical value and these two values you will get. If the value of this function is between these two values, the sample evidences are not against H0. If they are here or here, then the sample evidence is not sufficient. Sample evidence is not sufficient. That's all. That's all. Okay. We shall do one problem. That is enough. We shall do one problem because all things are very similar. Very similar. Okay. Therefore, you need not worry about more problems. If you can do one problem, you can do all problems. Just a minute, let me take care. Actually, yeah. We shall do, if you want to do that in another sheet, file, new file, R script, you will get another sheet. Okay, then sample 1, S1 is equal to, I will take only a small set of data, C bracket 42, 51, 87, 43.
Sir, when you open a new sheet, all the memory will be cleared or that?
No, it is here.
Okay, okay.
It is. You can give a name also, no problem.
Okay.
You can give a name and you can save this one. Save as, save all. So many options are there.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. S1 and S2 second sample. C bracket 38, 37, 38, 37, 32, 40, 48, 32, 40, 48. Okay, you can do in two ways. Let us do the graphs first. R MFROW equal to C bracket 1 row 2 columns. Okay, this is advantage of RStudio. When you put an opening bracket, automatically closing bracket will come. Okay, box plot S1. Okay, box plot S2. I have to select the statements from here and run. Yeah, you are getting box plots. Box plot. What are these things? These are the outliers. These are the outliers. Okay. These are the outliers. And you can use two ways. One is VAR dot TEST. A built-in function is available. VAR dot TEST S1 comma S2. S1 comma S2. Yeah. F test to compare two variances. Data files are S1 and S2. F value is 0.75882. Okay. Numerator degree of freedom is 4. Denominator degree of freedom by P value is this, etc. Ratio of variance is this. Okay. So many things you are getting. Now here P value is very high. Therefore, the sample evidences are insufficient to reject H naught. Okay. Therefore, the sample evidences supporting the null hypothesis that the ratios are 1 and the same. Okay, the ratio is 1. And okay, if you want, you can do this one. What is F ratio? F ratio is variance of S1 divided by variance of S2. Okay, here sample size same. Sample size same. Therefore, you can take this one. What is the reason? I have used a capital V. Capital B. Therefore, he is saying that you are a fool. This function is not existing. Okay. 0.7588235. That's what you are getting here. 0.7588235. F value is also 0.75882. It is taking only up to 5 decimal places. Finished. It is as simple as this. VAR dot TEST. Either you can use the built-in function or you can use the direct calculation. Direct calculation. Here, yeah.
Sir, ഞാൻ ബോക്സ് പ്ലോട്ട് വരച്ചപ്പം എറർ കാണിക്കുന്നു. എറർ ഇൻ പ്ലോട്ട് ഡോട്ട് ന്യൂ ബ്രാക്കറ്റ് ഫിഗർ മാർജിൻസ് ടു ലാർജ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് കാണിക്കുന്നു.
അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം എന്താണ്? ഒരു ചെറിയ ഒരു കസേര ഇട്ട് നിന്നിട്ട് എന്നെ പോലെ തടിയോട് ഇരിക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞ് എനിക്ക് ഇരിക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ അവിടെ? എനിക്ക് ഇരിക്കാനായിട്ട് എന്ത് വേണം? എനിക്ക് ഇരിക്കാൻ പറ്റുന്ന രീതിയിൽ ഒരു വലിയ കസേര ഇട്ടാണ്. അപ്പൊ ഇതങ്ങ് വലുതാക്കിയാൽ മതി. അതിന് ആ ഗ്രാഫ് കൊള്ളാനുള്ള സ്ഥലം അവിടെ ഇല്ലെന്ന് അതിന്റെ അർത്ഥം. ഇവിടെയും കാണിച്ചത് എനിക്കും എറർ ഞാൻ കാണിച്ചുതരാം. ഇവിടുന്ന് എല്ലാം ക്ലിയർ ചെയ്യാനാണിത്. ആർ യു ഷുവർ യു വാണ്ട് ടു ക്ലിയർ? യെസ്. സപ്പോസ് ഐ പുട്ട് എ പ്ലേസ് ലൈക്ക് ദിസ്, plate like this, and if I draw this one, I will also get the error. Error in plot new, figures margin too large. Okay, that means this position is, this place is not sufficient. If you give enough place, then you ask to sit him, then he will sit. Clear?
Okay, sir. Clear.
Very good. Okay. Then we go to chi-square test. Chi-square test. Chi-square test. ഞാൻ തടിയൊന്നുമല്ല കേട്ടോ, ഞാൻ ഭയങ്കര മെലിഞ്ഞതാണ്. Chi-square test. What do you mean chi-square test? Test based on chi-square distributions, that's all. Test based on chi-square distributions. Actually, we are going to discuss non-parametric test now. What do you mean parametric test? Parametric tests are tests based on the values of the parameters of a distribution. Okay? Now there are cases where we have to test something else. Okay? For example, if you know that the population is normal, with the known variance 25. Then you want to test whether mean is 10 or mean is not equal to 10. This is a parameter test, parametric test, because you are testing the validity of the value of a parameter. Suppose I don't know this one. Here you want to test whether the distribution is normal. Whether the distribution is normal. This is a non-parametric, here we are not checking the value of the parameter. Here looking at the form of the distribution. Okay, therefore this is not about the parameter, this is form of the distribution. Therefore those things can be classified as non-parametric hypothesis. Non-parametric hypothesis. Another one, okay, another one was ability in music. Ability in music and ability in dancing, they are associated. They are associated. Here you are looking at the relationship between two attributes. Relationship between two attributes. Height is a variable. Weight is a variable. Economic activity is an attribute. Economic activity is an attribute. Okay, the job can be an engineer, a teacher, a doctor, something like that. Okay, economic activity is an attribute with different levels of activities. Different levels of activities. Affiliation with a political party, it is not a variable, it is an attribute. Okay, it can be in party 1, party 2, party 3, etc. Place of residence, it is an attribute. Urban, semi-urban, rural, etc. Okay, therefore you want to test whether the two attributes are associated or not. Associated or not. For example, this one, urban, rural, semi-urban, etc. and performance of students, poor performance, average performance, high performance. And a teacher, an educationist, education specialist wants to know whether there is an association between the performance of the students in the examination and the type of the area in which they live in. Education level of the parents and performance of the students. Okay, whether the performance of the students in interviews or something like that is influenced by the education level of the parents. Now you can think about hundreds of examples like this. Hundreds of examples like this. Okay. Now we will do 3 types of problems. One is a chi-square test of goodness of fit. Goodness of fit. You are fitting a model for the data from your research. A model is created and you want to check whether that model is good or bad. That is all. Finished. That is what is called chi-square test of goodness of fit. Okay, you are getting some results from the laboratory. Observed values are there. Observed values are there. Somebody has established a theory, Mendelian theory, etc. 4:3:3:1, etc. like that. Some theories are there. Again, some theories are there about the distribution of people about with respect to blood groups. Okay, usually A group this much percentage, B group this much percentage, O group this much percentage, AB group this much percentage. And you want to know whether that theory is applicable in your community. Community, I mean in your area. That is the meaning. Community doesn't mean any other meaning. if suppose some 1,000 people are living in a flat, that is called a community. University is considered as a community because so many people are living in that area. That is what mean by community. Okay. Now, these are the observed values. These are the observed values. And based on that theorem, these are the values you are expecting. These are the values you are expecting. If O1 is equal to E1, O2 is equal to E2, etc., On is equal to En, nothing to be tested. Nothing to be tested. But very rarely it can happen. Very rarely it can happen. Okay? Some differences will be there. Some differences will be there. Okay? And we want to see what? Whether that difference is negligible or whether that difference is to be considered seriously. Okay? That is a problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. Okay? Now, if you look at O1 minus E1, if you look at O1 minus E1, this is a difference between the observed value and the theoretical value. O2 minus E2, difference between the observed value and theoretical value. On minus En, difference between the observed values and the theoretical value. If you add everything, it will be 0. Why? Total number of observed values and total number of expected values, they are same. Therefore, sigma O1 OA is equal to sigma EI. Therefore, if you take this difference, that will be always 0. Always 0. To avoid that, you just take square. You just take square. So that positive values and negative values, okay, when squared, they will get the positive value only. Then these values are different, no? Therefore, you have to standardize it. You have to standardize this. This is a simple logic behind it. This gentleman is distributed as chi-square distribution. With how many degrees of freedom? How many degrees of freedom? Please tell me. One of you can tell me. Tell me. What will be the degrees of freedom? How many values can be? How many values can behave randomly?
N minus.
Very good. Because the sum is fixed. Sum is fixed. T is fixed. Therefore, this will be distributed as chi-square with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. Okay, that's all. Then you look at the chi-square table with n minus 1 degrees of freedom. Okay, and if the value is between the permissible level, accept it. Otherwise, reject it. That's all. That's all. Okay. And let us do one small problem. Okay. First, a simple problem we can take. A traffic section sub-inspector has observed the following number of accidents on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, Sunday 56, Monday 43, 54, 47, 41, 59, and 58. Let it be 57. Okay, I was creating a problem. Am I correct? Okay, and he wants to know whether accidents are, number of accidents are independent of the days. That means what? They are uniformly distributed. Okay, that is, we cannot say that some days on some days more accidents are happening, or some other days accidents are not happening in that level. Okay, therefore these are the observed values by the traffic sub-inspector. Now, under the assumption, that is, the accidents are independent of the number of days, what are the theoretical values? 357 by 7, that is 51. These are the expected values. Is it clear or not? Okay, the difference is 6 minus 1 and minus 8 and 3 minus 4 minus 10, 8, 6. If you add all these things, you will get to 0. You will get to 0. Okay, positive values are 22, negative 22. You will get to 0. Therefore, to avoid that one, you take chi-square value. 5 square by 51 plus 8 square by 51 plus etc. 6 square by 51. This follows chi-square with 6 degrees of freedom. Chi-square with 6 degrees of freedom. Okay? And then you refer to chi-square table. Chi-square table. Okay? And you don't worry about all these calculations. R will do all these things. R will do all these things. Okay, let us go to studio. Okay, let us do the same thing in the same sheet. Okay, if you want to give a comment statement, you just give hash. What all things we write will not be executed. Will not be executed. Okay, let us give accidents, ACC. ACC is equal to C bracket 56, 43, 54, 47, 41, 59, and 57. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is expected value? EXP. Expected value is, what is expected value? REP, repeats. How many times? 7 times. What is to be repeated? Sum ACC by length ACC. Here you know it is 7. How many times it is to be repeated? 7 times to be repeated. If you want to see that, you type, and let us select these 3 statements and execute. Yeah, EXP is 51, 51, 51, 51, 51. Okay, 51, 51, 51, etc. Okay, then you just take yeah, sum CHISQ. Yeah, it is coming. CHISQ test. CHISQ test. You give the name of the file ACC. Okay, ACC, and EXP. EXP. Let me check. examine at least 2 levels. Just a minute. EXP is there. A small mistake is there. What is that mistake? Okay, let me check. Okay. 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 PR, probability. Probability we can give. Okay. C, expected probability we can give. EXP R, expected probability is equal to C bracket, repeat, what is to be repeated? 1 by 7. 1 by 7, 7 times. 7 times. Okay. EXP R. EXP R. What is wrong with these things? Let me. Just a minute, there is no. Oh my God. You have to specify probability. That is a problem. Okay. Therefore, chi-square test for given probability is chi-square value is 6.1569. Degree of freedom is 6, 7 minus 1. P-value is 0.40. What is in our hypothesis here? There is no difference between the number of accidents on different days. That means accidents are uniformly distributed. Accidents are uniformly distributed. There is no association between number of accidents and a particular day. Okay? And what is alternative? They are associated. They are associated. On some particular day, accidents are very few. On particular day, accidents are very high. Okay? Now, here p-value is 0.40. That is very, very high comparing to 0.05. That means what? The sample evidence are not sufficient to reject H0. That means H0 is accepted. That means what? There is no difference between or there is no association between number of accidents and the day on which the accidents are occurring. Okay. Now, if you don't remember this formula, you just find chi-square. Okay. What is a simple thing? CHI is equal to sum bracket ACC observed value minus expected value. Okay. And square of that divided by square of that divided by EXP. Finished. You should get, that is sigma O minus C the whole square by E. Okay. And if you type CHI, you should get 6.1569 if I am not wrong. Yeah. 6.1569, 6.156863. Okay. Therefore, observed values and expected values you have to calculate. Okay. You have to calculate. And one more example we do. Okay. That is a die is tossed 300 times. Okay, I have to calculate the values. Okay, 300 times. a die has got 6 faces. Okay, and the following results are obtained. The following results are obtained. Okay, and what are the results? 43, 56, 54, 47, 41, 59. Okay. And you want to know whether the die is a true die. True die means what? The chance of getting any face is same. Okay. If it is so, these are the values we expect. These are the theoretical value or the expected value. These are the observed values. Okay. Then chi-square is what? 43 minus 50 the whole square by 50 plus 56 minus 50 the whole square by 50, etc. Okay. And we can copy these things because that is already verified. That is already verified. Therefore, 43, 56, 54, 47, 41, 59. I can delete other values. Okay. And what will be expected frequency? Same. Okay. Oh, that is the reason. Oh, why I put 7 there? Why I put 7 there?
7 days.
No. I made a big mistake. That is why. Okay. That is that. I was wondering. See. Okay. Yeah. Sum AC by, correct. And it should be 6. Okay. 6. Therefore, we should get 50, 50, 50, etc.
REP, sir.
REP, replicates. Okay. പാണ്ഡൻ നായുടെ പല്ലിന്റെ ശൗര്യം പണ്ടേ പോലെ വരയ്ക്കുന്നില്ല എന്നാണ്. Okay. And what is the 1/6? 1/6, 6 times. 1/6, 6 times. Okay. Chi-square test finished. If you do this one, you should get 5.44. P-value is 0.36. That means what? The differences are not significant. Okay. That means we can assume that the die is a true die. Okay. If you do this one also, you should get 5.44. 5.44. That's all. This is chi-square test of goodness of it. Now, actually, I can do at least 2-3 different problems. Okay, for different this one, and you are fitting a binomial model, and you want to check whether the binomial model is a good model for your data. All those things you can do as a homework. Okay. Because I have to discuss so many things. Next one is independence of attributes. Independence of attributes. We can take a number of examples. Okay. For example, you can see the government is advising, not advising, they are very strict that we have to wear a seat belt. Wear a seat belt or wear a helmet while riding a bicycle. Okay. Therefore, no helmet. no helmet and helmet. No helmet and helmet. Okay. And what are the consequences? Death is a consequence. Severe injury is a consequence. And minor injury is another consequence. Death 347. 78 32. 103 29. Okay, these are the results of the study conducted by that traffic officer. Now, what is our question? Whether there is any association between these consequences and these actions. We can wear the helmet, or we may not wear the helmet. Okay? You please remember these numbers: 347, 78 32, 103 29. Okay? I will
Data correct. Data, sir.
Yeah.
In the data, those with no helmet, death is less.
That is, it can happen. Okay. Oh, this one, no. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Column headings are different.
Okay.
Column headings are different. Okay, this one. Okay. Oh, I was telling that even with the helmet, death may happen. That was my argument. It can happen. Okay, actually, this one we have to change. Okay, this one is with the helmet. With the helmet.
Sir, 3 in the number മാറ്റം വരുത്തിയാ പോരെ?
3 മതി. It is an example, no? That's all. Don't worry. I want to explain the procedure. That's all. Okay. We will do 2-3 problems. Okay. What is to be done? You have to define the columns and this one. Okay. We can do at least in 3 ways. R1, row 1 is equal to C bracket 3,47. I am teaching R also. R2 is equal to C bracket 7832. Okay. And R3, row 3 is equal to C bracket 103 and 29. And you want to form a data frame. Okay, that is DF is equal to R binding the rows. R bind R1, R2, R3. Okay, if you want to see that, you have to type the name. Let us select these statements and run. Yeah, you are getting the data frame. R1, R2, R3 are the row names, and comma 1, comma 2 are the column names. You are not happy with that. Therefore, call names of BF you can change. Okay, call name of BF. Okay, call name of BF is C bracket. You are going to write a string. Therefore, you have to put in inverted comma wearing a helmet. Wearing a helmet and no helmet. No helmet. Okay. Now you look at DF. Now you look at DF. You can see, yeah, with this one. Suppose you want to change R1, R2, R3 also. What should be done? Row names. Yeah, already it is coming now. Row names of what? Row names of DF is equal to C bracket. What? First one is death. Second one is severe injury. Severe injury. And third one is minor injury. Minor injury. Okay. Now, if you look at DF, it will be with row names also. You just select the required lines. Okay, because all these statements are already executed. Yeah, you are getting a table. Now, this is how we create table in R. Death, severe injury, minor injury. Now you can do so many things. You can put this in a box. You can draw lines here. You can draw lines here, etc. So many beautification you can do that you can get from some book. Okay, and you can do this one. Just one. CHISQ .PEST bracket name of the data frame. Here, what will be the degrees of freedom? Here the total is there. 3 and 47, 50. 78 and 32, 80 plus 30. 132. Here, 184. 108. You need to find only one of these two values, correct? Only one of these two values you need to find. Only one of these two values you need to find. Therefore, here you are finding only one value. Here you are finding only one value. This one you need not find. This one you need not find. Therefore, degree of freedom is only 2. If you find any two of these 6 values, other values are automatically fixed. Any two, not any two in the independent position. If you find this one and this one, that is not enough. Okay? That is not enough. Any two in independent positions, that is enough. The degree of freedom is 1 plus 1, 2. Okay? What is the general formula? Number of rows minus 1 into number of columns minus 1. Okay? Here 3 rows are there. Therefore, 3 minus 1, 2 columns are there. Therefore, 2 into 1, 2. Okay, therefore, degree of freedom is 2. And this one, you select this one and run. Yeah, 85.449 degrees of freedom is 2. P-value is very small. P-value is very small means what? What is null hypothesis here? There is no association between the consequences of wearing a helmet and wearing a helmet. Okay, that is the null hypothesis. What is alternative? There is association. There is association. Okay, therefore there is no association is rejected. Then you can write one small paragraph about your findings. Okay, and if you want, you can get the percentages and all other things you can get. Okay. And you write a small paragraph, and that will be the report of the test. Okay, we will do one more problem. One more problem. What is that problem? Yeah. And a political party was conducting a survey. Okay, and they got this result: gender, male, female. Party 1, party 2, party 3. Okay, and 762, 327, and 468, 468, and 484, and 239, and 477. Okay, in a place, okay, they have conducted a study and they got this result. Okay, and they want to know whether males and females have same attitude towards the parties, or whether males are giving a more affiliation to a particular party and females are giving more affiliation to particular party, etc., etc. Okay, then you can take this one to R. Very simple problem. Very simple problem. What is to be done? Another way I will do. What is this one? PP, political party. Okay. As dot table. As dot table. That is, you create a table. Okay. R binds. But C bracket. What are the values? What are the values? 762, 762, 327, 327, 468. Okay. Once you become an expert, you can do so many things. Comma, C bracket, 484, 484, 239, 239, 477. 477. Okay. Then if you want to see PP, call PP. Any error? I don't know. Oh, luckily no error. Yeah. PP 762, 327, etc. ABC it is giving by default. Okay. Another way of creating tables. Okay. Now, if you want to give names, dimension names. What are the dimensions? Columns and rows are the dimensions. You can name call names, row names separately, or you can give dimension names together. Okay. Dimension names of what? That you have to give. Dimension names of PP is list bracket, gender is equal to C bracket, male and female. Okay, male and female. Okay, and party, that is the another dimension. Okay, C bracket. Okay, I am very, very clever. I am not mentioning any party. I am just to give you P1, P2, P3. Otherwise, tomorrow you may complain that sir gave more affiliation to some party, he is from that party, etc. Okay. Now you can see PP. What will be PP? Yeah. You see, you are getting a wonderful table. Party P1, P2, P3, gender MF. Now I suggest you do some homework to put this thing here one line should come, here one line should come, etc., etc. This party should come to the middle. Okay, this gender should come one space below, etc. All those things are possible. what are things in your mind you can get in R. You can get in R. Okay, then what is to be done? PPT, what is PPT? Test, PP test. Okay, CHISQ, CHISQ, yeah, it will come, it is coming here, you just select. And what is our name? PP. PP. Finish. Finish. And if you want to see PPT, PPT. That is summary of the chi-square test. Okay. Create some chi-square test. Data file is this one. Chi-square value is 30.07. Degrees of freedom is 2. Here, there are 2 rows and 3 columns. About 2 minus 1 into 3 minus 1, 1 into 2, 2. P value is very small. That means what? There is no association is rejected. That is, there is association. There is association. Suppose you want to see the theoretical value. PP dollar expected. PP dollar expected. What happens? Yo, PPT dollar expected. Expected means what? Theoretical value. Yeah, these are the theoretical value. 703.6714319533, etc. Okay, these are the theoretical values. Okay, now if you don't want this much decimal places, you can use round PP dollar expected to 0 decimal places, because number of persons, no, therefore you need not, yeah, 704, 703.6 is rounded to 704, 319.6 is rounded to 320. Suppose you want to create a table where theoretical frequencies and observed frequencies are appearing side by side. It is possible. All those things are beautification. Okay. And I am giving PPT1 is equal to PPT. I don't want to change my PPT. I may need it. Okay. Therefore, PPT1, okay, the contents of that, paste. I want to paste. What is to be pasted? Observed values. Yeah, everything is coming here. Everything is coming here. So that you can easily concatenate vectors after converting to character, etc. So many things. Paste. What is to be pasted? I want to paste PPT, and it should be side by side, paste to 0, opening bracket, and the expected value should come within brackets. Therefore, I have to put that in inverted commas. What is to be done? What is to be? I have to give either you can write or you can define before. Okay, round. Okay, and definitely I have to put a comma here. Otherwise it will not accept. Round. What is to be rounded? PPT dollar expected. Okay, and after that I have to put a comma. Then I need the closed brackets. Therefore, I have to put that in one. Okay, Let us see whether I am a fool or not. PPT1. PPT1. What is error? What is error? What is error? Paste bracket, PPT, that is correct, comma, paste 0, that is okay. Opening bracket is okay. This one, comma, okay. Round PPT, dollar expected, okay. Bracket, comma, okay. Okay. Then I have to put this one, and after that, double bracket. Then I have to type PPT1. PPT1. Error in log ton. What is log ton here? We have done nothing log ton here. PPT dollar expected. Paste PASTE, correct, bracket. The name of the file, that is also correct. Yes. You know the mistake? I have committed PP is the name of the file. PP is the name of the data file. PPT is the result of the chi-square test. I have to use the original data file. Okay? PP. Therefore, I made a mistake here. Instead of typing PP, I have given PPT. And he is not happy with my statement. Therefore, this is the original value and these are the expected value. These are the expected value. 704,320. Okay? That 704,320, etc. is coming here. Okay? Therefore, you are getting a beautiful table now. These are the observed values. These are the theoretical values. And you can write so many things. I give you an assignment. Along with these things, I want one more row with the percentage. Okay, you can do like this. Okay, and once you do this problem, you keep it in your file, chi-square test. Only thing you have to change this one. Only thing you have to change these first two statements. All other things will follow. That is the advantage. Okay, suppose I have to do another problem. A PP, as to table, R bind. Okay, let me check something else. 85. This value is 85. Other value is 315. This value is 255. And the next value is 945. Here there are 2 rows and 2 columns. Therefore, I have to change. Okay, gender, single parent. It is a work done by a psychologist. Okay, single parents, two parents. Other things you delete. Okay, and other one in trouble, not in trouble. That was a situation given to children. Okay, and other things you delete. Other things you delete. Up to this you delete, finished. Okay, all other things you need not wait. All other things are general things. You select up to this and run. Yeah, finished. Single parent in trouble, not in trouble. Okay, and oh, here expected value is also same. No, I made a mistake. This data is, I gave the expected value. That is why everything came together. This value is 100, 300. 100, 300. 100, 300 observed values, and 240, 960. 240, 960. You just change the data. Okay? You just change the data. I gave the expected frequencies. Yeah. 100 observed value, 85 theoretical value. Okay, and what is the p-value? 0.04. This is less than 0.05. Therefore, independence is rejected. Therefore, the sample evidences are supporting the alternative hypothesis. There is association between the children in trouble, okay, with something like that. I don't know the exact problem. I have this data only. Okay. This is chi-square test of independence of attributes. Chi-square test of independence of attributes. Once you get the technique, you can easily, okay, therefore that is here, goodness of fit and for independence of attributes. That is also discussed. Okay.
So now we can have a 5 minutes or 10 minutes break.
Okay, no problem. I appreciate. Okay, because sitting for too much is not good for health. Okay.
So then we will rejoin at 11:40.
Okay, as you like, no problem. Okay, fine.